We are here today to give you an update on Haby Hill. This is a gorgeous community on the far west side of town. And the reason why we're giving you the update is because we're in the beautiful Drees model. We've been waiting and waiting for it. It's been a few months. It's finally here. We got a sneak peek in. It is not actually open until mid-February, but we got the sneak peek. So we're gonna tour the updated new model for Drees. We're gonna also show you one of the Perry's models, and then I'm gonna give you an updated version of the map video as well. It's growing like crazy out here, guys. This is definitely the time. Some of you have even left comments on our first Haby Hill video saying, man, this sounds like a great time to get in. It is. It's a great time to get into this community. So why don't we jump in right now? If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe and tap that bell for notifications to ensure that you are one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Stephen Garza and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day who are making a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making that transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now here in Haby Hill, we are off 211, just south of Culebra and just north of Potranco. If you're not from here, stay till the end of the video. Make sure you really understand where that is and what it is around. I do want to give you just a tidbit of information because the amenity center is about to break ground, and it is going to be $650 per year. I can't remember the math, $630, $650 per year for the HOA, and it is going to have that pool and great amenity center there for you. It's coming soon. Now the tax rate out here is 2.4. There is a PID, a public improvement district, which is 211. This is a new road. It is a great new highway for the San Antonio area, and luckily everybody who lives off of it has to pay for it for the next 30 years. So that is why your tax rate is 2.4. It is in Medina ISD. This school district is exploding out here, so I am sure there will be new schools coming very soon because it is growing out here. So we are going to be featuring the two builders, like I said, Perry and Drees. So why don't I stop talking and just bring you some beautiful homes? Let's jump into it right now. All right, guys, welcome to our sneak peek of the Drees model. You're gonna see people are actively working. There's blue tape everywhere. They are getting this house perfect and ready for you guys for a February grand opening date. But we got in just a little early, like a month early, because we're just that good. No, I'm just kidding. We wanted to give you guys an update on Haby Hill. We've done it before, but Drees has finally got their models. They've got inventory ready for you as well, but you guys are gonna love this floor plan. This is one of a kind Drees floor plan. There are no other builders building a floor plan like this, and it's pretty amazing. This is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, very large, great price point all the way out here in Haby Hill, far northwest. But if you have a mother-in-law or a mother that's living with you, you guys are gonna really love this floor plan. So as you come in, you saw double door entry, which is great. Check out how high these ceilings are. Really high ceilings, really grand entry. Of course, this would be a wall. This is where the garage would be. They're setting it up for the offices to come, but you've got wood-like floors. Really, this is just, I want to say it's a laminate. Laminates come a long way, so, guys, so when we say laminate, don't make the face.
Could be an LVP.
It could be an LVP, but it looks more like a laminate to me because it doesn't have Anyway, it doesn't have the beveled lines as much as an LVP, but laminate is still, it's coming very thick with the cork underneath, just like LVP, so really they're very similar. Now, as we come in here, right off your entry, this is what I'm saying you guys are gonna love. This is a mother-in-law suite. And when I say sweet, I mean like, this is really sweet. Okay, so that was stupid. You've got windows here. They didn't do the grid, but they did put the horizontal lines across. Very modern, and they're black. So Steve's pointing at the black because they're very dusty, but they are black. That's considered an upgrade for most builders. Typically they put white or cream colored window frames in, and then if you want to upgrade to the black, you can. That's very popular right now. So of course they did that on the model, but very big windows. I like the horizontal accent they put on the windows. It really gives you that elegant exterior, like curb appeal. But this would be a living room. So this is not a bedroom. You could use it as an office. Steve and I don't have a mother-in-law, so we would probably use this as an office. But if you do have family living with you or visiting frequently, this is really cool. So you've got a living room here, very private. You come down this hallway and you have your own bathroom, walk-in shower. They tiled all the way to the ceiling. That blue subway tile is, honestly, we're starting to see it a lot. I really like it. It's not that like deep blue. It's kind of like a blue jean blue. It's pretty. And then you have the bedroom. Now, I'm bringing up how private this is because there's no other access to this bedroom. You have a closet, and this is the bedroom. So the only way into this bedroom is through that living room space. But the cool thing is like, for example, if you don't have an in-law that comes and stays all the time, Steve and I would still make that our office, but you still have a door here. So your guests could still come and stay and have a very private bedroom. You would just be put out of your office while you have guests staying. So maybe that wouldn't work for you, but I do like that. And if you had an office here, having a bathroom right here is kind of nice as well. But it really just is how you're going to use it. But this is
2 offices like us. Think about that.
Oh, that would be really cool, actually. Yes. So we could do that as well. But what I was going to say is this is multi-gen living, right? So it gives you that option. You can use it however you want, but if you need multi-gen, really builders don't give you multi-gen living unless you're in the $1 million price point, right? So to have Drees come in and do this in the $500 to $600 price point's pretty phenomenal. And really the only builder doing it in San Antonio at this price point. Drees also has some really great multi-generational in the $1 million that are much bigger than this in different communities around town, but this is really one of a kind in terms of price point and location. So you do have a half bath right here. Along with your laundry room. Check out that herringbone stone on the ground. I love it. I am a sucker for herringbone pattern. It doesn't matter whether it's on the floor or the wall. I love it nonetheless. So as you come in, I want to point out a couple of things. 8-foot doors, coat closet, but wide hallway. So as you came in, this blew me away. This is a 50-foot product. So they can build this monstrosity on a 50-foot lot. They have 50-foot lots and 60-foot lots in here. The fact that this fits on a 50-foot lot literally blew my mind. But for it being a 50-foot product, this hallway is very wide. That's big deal, guys. I promise you it's a big deal. Now, as you come in, boom, your ceilings pop up. He said 24 feet. I think it's 22 feet, but does it really matter? 22, 24. It's massively high. You would have to get scaffolding to change your lights. But that's not a problem today. Check out this fireplace. I think they did a phenomenal job with it, and they did a wraparound mantle. I have never seen that, but now I'm even more in love with a wraparound mantle. How come I never thought of that? That's so cool. But I love that they did the tile, and then because the tile is just so heavy and expensive to go so high, they did the wood casing around it. I think it's really pretty. It gives you that wow factor without breaking the bank. Really pretty. But you have living room, kitchen, and dining room off to the side. You guys have given us so much feedback about loving when the dining room is off to the side. Here it is. They bricked this wall for you. This is not faux brick, this is real brick. They painted it, kind of cool feature. I can't tell you how much that would be in design, but I can tell you that upgrade would not look pretty on a page. It'd make you probably want to cry, but it's very beautiful. Great area. You could do a buffet here, Drees. If you guys do watch our videos in Garden Ridge, of course it's a higher budget in Garden Ridge on acre lots, but they always do a buffet with the same countertops in the dining room. It is an upgrade, but it's really beautiful, and it would work really well in this space too. If you didn't want to brick your wall, you could at least do cabinets. This is interesting. We've been to a couple Drees in this community. They've got quartz on this side, granite on this side. It is a model, so they're showcasing it, but we just walked through one of their inventory homes, and they did it in one of their inventory homes. So it must be what you guys are liking, because they pull and they do a lot of surveys for people before they do this stuff in an inventory and model home. So somebody liked it for them to do it, but you've got the pretty light oak, light honey wheat, I don't know what we're calling it, and then they went like this gray. I don't really know what this color is, to be honest with you. Somebody dropped me a comment. It's like a mauve. It's not quite gray and it's not quite cream. I don't really have a color for you, but it goes really well with this backsplash. They did a really good job. I like that design. It's just something different. You've got a really nice walk-in pantry, and I love it because they did not waste any space here. So we would use that, instead of calling it a Harry Potter closet, we call it a Harry Potter pantry. But a really good hiding place for little ones, but also a really good place for your Costco paper towel rolls, toilet paper rolls. That's a great hiding spot. I'm gonna put my phone down. You guys are tired of me flinging my phone around. Fridge goes here, oven here. You could do a double oven if you wanted to. It is gas cooking in this community, but all very beautiful. Let's check out the primary. Y'all don't mind all the blue tape. They're just getting the home ready, pointing out little nicks and stuff that they need to come through and touch up, because builders care about their homes, whether it's a model or an inventory. They're gonna come through and make sure it looks perfect, which is great for you guys to see as well. So nice, big. It's a good size primary. I love this window combination. You've probably heard me say this quite a few times if you've watched our channel at all. I love the picture window, but I also like being able to open my windows and air the house out, air the room out. Or in cases like this week, it's been 60 during the day and 40 at night, and Steve likes it ridiculously cold in the bedroom, so he's been opening the window at night and freezing me out. I have literally 3 massive blankets on me because I'm so cold, but he's like, no big deal, like a sheet. It's freezing, but this allows you to open your windows. Also want to point out, there is a farm next door. I think they're gonna get bought out in the next 5 years. I don't think if you bought a lot overlooking this, that this would be your forever view. So I am putting that out there, because if you do come and you talk to the rep and the rep says, hey, you got a green belt, it's beautiful, look at this green belt. not gonna be there forever, guys. It's farmland. This area of town is exploding. It will be bought out by a developer at some point. That's my theory. What do you think, Steve?
I have to agree with that.
Oh, he agrees. Not so nice when they agree with us. Okay, 8-foot doors. This is, gosh, 2, 4, 6 panels. That seems like a lot of
That's
panels.
normal. 6-panel, 8-foot door.
I like the 4-panel ones. I like the panels that are just a little bigger. Anyway, that's just me. Okay, so primary bathroom, you've got 2 vanities. What do you guys think of this quartz? I hate it. Let me tell you how I really feel. I don't like, it's like a gray, green, I don't like it. I love when they put light fixtures through a mirror. I don't know, it just like makes it feel more elegant to me. I can't explain it. I don't really like those fixtures, but I like that they put it through a mirror. You can switch out that fixture, no big deal, and make it look really classy. Most builders don't give you as big of mirrors like this, so that's really cool. Now, they did frost these windows, which is nice of them. What do you guys think of this shower? I mean, you got this walk-in shower. I'm seeing this more and more in design studios. People are using this wood-like tile that we typically see in flooring, and they have cut it really thin and are using it as accents. What's so pink? I think it looks actually, I like this. I think it's a great use of using an accent band with these really big tiles, because if you just did this tile in the shower and the floor, while they are big, they would get very busy. Very, very busy, and it would feel very overwhelming. So breaking it up with a band like that, I think is really pretty. And I like the gold fixtures. But that gold doesn't match that gold. And that's rose gold and that's silver. Did y'all notice that, or am I just being a little picky? We just did a bathroom remodel, and to match golds was ridiculous because they're all called gold, but they're not all the same color gold. So I think whoever manufactures plumbing fixtures and mirrors and these towel racks, they all need to get together and come up with a code of golds, because like rose gold, champagne gold, 1990s gold, we need to know the difference of gold. Anyway, I digress. You guys are probably thinking I'm crazy. Okay, so toilet room. We got a sheetrock thing they gotta fix there. But you got a closet here. It's not terrible, but not exciting.
I mean, it should be big enough for 2 people, but we're Americans.
Yeah, no, I don't know where you would put your stuff, Steve. Like, not in here. You get this row, this rack, that's all you get. A third bar, I would say a third bar would be really helpful in here for your winter clothes.
Yeah.
You have plenty of room, the ceilings are really high. Where do you put your shoes? There's no place for shoes here. I don't know, you guys tell me, what do you think? I'm just really spoiled. I really like the his and hers closet, and like we're gonna have a really hard time when we shop for a home because not everybody does his and hers, and I don't want to put bad juju on our marriage, but I don't think it would last if we didn't have his and hers closets. I don't know. Okay, let's go check out upstairs. All right, so that's interesting. You guys tell me what you think. They don't have carpet up here, but they did put carpet on the stairs. Okay, so you got a media room over here. Really good media room. It does have one window. But it's a good size. And you can black out the room if you want. So what I love that Drees did here is this floor plan typically has this media room over the living room, but Drees took feedback from clients that when they were in the living room, they could hear the TV from the media room, so they moved it over the kitchen. So really smart. It also makes your ceiling height in that living room beautiful. So I really love when builders take feedback from agents and from clients, because I think it just makes their floor plans even better, right? So as you come out of the media room, you have a closet, linen closet here. You know me and closets. I love them. You got a full bath here. They chose to do a walk-in shower.
No tub.
No tub, just kidding. I couldn't see it. Tub, shower,
Little guy.
combo. Bedroom. So this would technically be bedroom 3 with a good size walk-in closet for a secondary bedroom. And y'all don't mind the mess, they're still getting it ready. This is because your attic access is right here. So when they pulled it down, they've had some insulation and stuff come down. But you have attic access here with stairs. Oh, I'm not strong enough. We're just not gonna do that. Okay. But you'll have stairs and attic space up there. Now this is your game room. It's very big.
This is where we would have a big problem.
You know, guys, there's just something to be said when your husband just knows what you're thinking. I would have a problem, yes. This is beautiful. And honestly, guys, it might work for y'all, but I have really loud children. So it overlooks your living room, which is beautiful, like beautiful to your entryway, beautiful here. It's great if you probably have older kids that aren't loud. Mine are loud. Like, I don't know, how do you get quiet kids? I don't know. They're just loud. So if they're watching their TV in here, or they're playing or tackling each other, I don't know, you're gonna hear every single thing, because there's not a half wall, there's no wall here. So if you were building, if I was building this floor plan, if they asked my 2 cents, I would put a wall here. I don't mind the overlook from the entryway, but from the living room, I would want like a legit wall, sheetrock, all the way. I know that it would make it closed in, but that's what you would need to like not hear them fighting all the time. So you got another bedroom here, very big, very spacious. Closet. It's actually pretty big. Closet. I like the pink, but I don't know the pink and gray. I don't know. It's cute. It's cute. I'm not gonna complain. It's cute. I also want to point out the baseboards. 4-inch baseboards. I think if you build, that's gonna be an optional upgrade. Last time we built with Drees from scratch, but Toll Brothers, Perry, and Highland give you 2-inch baseboards, and you have to upgrade to the 3 or 4-inch baseboards. So I'm assuming Drees is no different with the upgrades. This is a Jack and Jill bathroom, so you get a sink in your bedroom with tile. Thank God we're not in the 80s. We do not have tile in the bathroom. I mean, we do not have carpet in the bathroom. But this is my favorite color cabinet with the gold for sure. Then you have your toilet and shower in one space. And then a door to your next bedroom with its own sink. It has its own walk-in closet. This bedroom has a bigger walk-in closet. And then a bedroom. Oh, it doesn't move. That's gonna fall a million times when they open up this model, because I was gonna spin it. I'm just a big kid.
Did you spin it clockwise and not counterclockwise?
It's melded.
Oh, okay.
So when I pushed it, it started coming off the wall.
I wouldn't mess with it. You're not a kid.
But it's like in a kid's room. You should be able to play with it. Guess not. Okay, so you've got big bedroom. Again, this is the front of the house, so they have the design across the windows. Oh, look, they're putting a tree in. That's cool. Look how big that hole is. Landscaping going in. That's a live oak. Little baby, little guy. All right, so that is the upstairs, guys. What do you think? 5-bedroom, 4.5 baths with that multi-gen living situation. So you could make that an office if you needed an office and a game room. But that's not all. Let's go take a look at the outdoor living. All right, here we go. So you've got a really private covered patio here. Also want to point out 4 sides brick. This price point is great to have your 4 sides brick. We get a lot of air because it is very closed off. So I would highly suggest a fan to help move air in this area. Again, this is a 50-foot lot, so you're not gonna have, it's a smaller size lot with a really big house on it, so you're not gonna have a ton of backyard space. Again, that's gonna depend on the lot size that you choose. Look how great this landscaping is. It's so beautiful. It's a model. They always go extra on the model for landscaping, so just keep that in mind. You will get sod, you will get a sprinkler system. You will most likely not get all these beautiful beds with the black mulch and plants in them, but it is very pretty. So what do you guys think of this one? Love, hate, can't wait to build it yourself? Curious what you guys think. Would love to hear your feedback. Now we're gonna take you into the Perry model so you can see that, just because we've already featured it, but this is an update on Haby Hill. So we wanna make sure that you can also see the Perry model. We're gonna show you their 2-story model so you can get comparable to Drees' 2-story and Perry's 2-story. Again, 50-foot lots and 60-foot lots. Your price point in this neighborhood is gonna be upper 4s into low 7s. So it's just gonna depend what size lot. If you're on a 60-foot lot and you're building 4,000 square feet, you're gonna be in the 7s. So just keep that in mind. Good price point, good ranges. They have 1 stories, 2 stories. It's really up to you what you're looking for, but that's why you reach out to Steve and I, and we can get you the most up-to-date information on their incentives and everything else going on. So why don't we pop over to Perry, and don't forget to stick around for that map video because lots has changed. The map video is updated as well. So we're gonna dive into that after we check out that Perry home. So why don't we go check that beautiful home out right now? All right, welcome to Haby Hill. This is the Perry model. Now this home is very large. It is over 3,600 square feet. We have 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, an office, a game room, and a media room. This checks a lot of boxes. So why don't we just jump right in? As you come into this beautiful home, I do just want to point out this would be a wall since this is a model home. So this would be a wall. This is offices at the moment, but typically it would be a 3-car garage. So you would have a wall right here, which would give you a really large entry hallway. The ceilings are every bit of 20 feet and then maybe 22 feet into that little area, but you could really dress that up with a beautiful chandelier. I'm actually kind of surprised Perry didn't put a chandelier there because they're really big on chandeliers. But really beautiful entryway. Then you have an office to my right. This is a great size office, guys. One of the larger ones for their floor plans. They did a beautiful Art Deco wall, but even with the walls being painted a dark gray, still feels very spacious because it is very spacious. Then it has these double doors. You can choose when you build with Perry if you want the clear glass or you want a different type of glass in there. And then they chose to paint it white, but you can choose to stain it to match your front door. Those are all not necessarily upgraded features for Perry. Now, as you come in, again, this would be your garage, but this is your mudroom. And then this would be your door entryway into the garage. All right, so on the other side of your garage and mudroom, you do have this hallway over here, which is gonna bring you into your half bath. I really love the way they did this. They tiled that wall, and while it's a very small wall, in my opinion, that's a great upgrade. It just really pops and makes that bathroom really stand out, which would be the one that most of your guests would use since it is the half bath. You do have the laundry room over here. We're not gonna go into that quite yet. We're gonna come back to that, but does give you a frame of reference of where that is located. Then you have your guest suite here, downstairs, great size bedroom, and then you have a full bath in here. They did a tub, of course, if you had like a mother-in-law or your mom staying in here, you could just do a walk-in shower. The only thing that I would say that would drive me crazy, but again, not the primary, is the closet is behind this door. So you would have to have your bathroom door closed in order to even access the closet. Something minor, if it's just a guest, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I could see my children, like if my teenager used this room, those doors would get banged up because most teenage boys are lazy. I don't know, hopefully yours isn't, but mine is. All right, so let's go take a look at the rest of this gorgeous home. As we come in, you have stunning, just stunning. Everything is stunning in this house, to be honest. I'm gonna pause right here because if you guys have seen any of our videos, I'm a big sucker for architecture, and they've done a lot of great details here that they don't necessarily do in all of their homes. So you've got the perfect Christmas tree location, but you've got a curved wall here with a curved staircase. And then when you go all the way up to the ceiling, you can really see the beautifulness that they did with that tray ceiling, and it's circled. It's just pretty. I really like curved walls. And then up here where the game room is, you've got more curves. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. What do y'all think? Do y'all like it? I think it's gorgeous. And then you have this stunning dining room. Beautiful gold light fixtures. And then they went an extra step and put it in the wall. So you've got these sconces here. It's probably not that expensive when you're building from the ground up. It's just like an extra light plug, but I just love it. I think it's such a great addition. Just classes up your formal dining room just that little more, especially if you added a buffet in there. It's just beautiful. But as you come into this huge, huge living room, your ceilings go soaring high back to this 22 feet. I'm assuming, guys, don't quote me on the height, but it's at least 20 feet, if not 22. Very large living room. It's already large square footage wise, but when you throw in those really high ceilings, it just feels massive. Beautiful fireplace. It is a gas burning fireplace, and one thing I do want to note, it doesn't have a mantle. I don't know if you guys have noticed the trend of no mantles, but the mom in me instantly goes to, but where do I hang my stockings? What do you do? How is Santa gonna find us? Those are all the questions my kids would ask, but it's a very sleek, new look. It's definitely more modern. But then you have this gorgeous kitchen. So they did do a little extra with the waterfall countertops, quartz. They also did a little extra with the double oven, and they are full-size ovens. They're not like the little half-size ovens. So full-size ovens. This is a gas cooking community, so you do have the gas range here. Another really cool feature that we even have one of you guys building it, and a different builder in a different community, but this is really cool. So this is a charging pad that they put in under your quartz countertops. You throw it on there and it charges. I really love it because you guys tell me, I don't really use cookbooks anymore. I use my phone, right? So having it to be able on a charging pad to charge while I'm cooking and not having to worry about my screen going dark and all of those little minor things that kind of drive people crazy. It drives me crazy anyway. It's just really nice to have that charging pad here when most of your time is usually spent living room, kitchen, right? So it's a really cool feature, and I'm seeing it more and more in homes, which is really cool. So you do have your corner pantry here. Now they did a very sleek look here in the kitchen. I honestly really love the classic white with the wood mixed in. So they did white everywhere else, and then your island is this beautiful honey wheat type of a color. Wood stain is an upgrade with Perry, but I like that they did the vent hood to really bring it all together and tie it in with that champagne gold. It's just, I'm loving it. What do you guys think? Any thoughts, comments? Drop them below. Steve and I love to hear your feedback about homes that we show you guys. So you have your eat-in kitchen here, breakfast nook, breakfast room, lots of different names for this room. The one thing I want to point out in here is all of these are beautiful picture windows. Now Perry is known for this because they have a really high HERS rating. They're very energy efficient. So they put these beautiful picture windows in here. If you're buying inventory, it's just kind of a thing. But if you burn things when you cook, like I do, bacon all the time, you cannot open your windows. So you do have a slider door that you can open, but just something to think about if you are building from scratch. That's why you keep Steve and I around when you're building, for these little nuances that you don't necessarily think about, but we have helped build so many homes. We can help give you those little tidbits. It might not be something you care about. You might not cook at all. You just have this beautiful kitchen for show, right? I don't know. But if I was going to build it, I would put probably these two windows to open so that I can air out my house, but then have these beautiful picture windows without having the seam in the middle. Just some food for thought. We have had some clients choose not to buy a Perry inventory home because they couldn't air their home out. So just something to think about. Let's go check out this primary bedroom. All right, here we are. This is a gorgeous room, high ceilings. What do you guys think of wallpaper? Wallpaper is making a comeback. I have a friend who is stationed in, I think she's in Germany now. She was in Dutchland. I don't know. I'm not a very good at geography, guys, so bear with me, but she sends me German chocolate all the time and I love it. But she was telling me wallpaper is making a huge, like wallpaper is huge in Europe and the US will catch up in a year or two. And now it's literally been about a year and a half since we had that conversation, and now I'm seeing wallpaper in all of these models. So she wasn't wrong. Tabitha, if you're watching, you weren't wrong. It's just cool to hear from our beautiful military families that travel all over what they see on the other side of the ocean. So wallpaper's making a comeback. These are the windows that I was talking about where you can open them. You do have that seam in the middle, so it's not one big picture window, but I like being able to open windows. We do get a good 2 to 3 months a year where you have gorgeous 75 to 85 degree weather that you could really enjoy. Give your AC a break. So you have your primary bathroom over here. You've got your barn door here. This is a choice. It is also an upgrade, this specific door with Perry. You might hate this. Steve absolutely hates barn doors. If you choose not to go that route, you're gonna have the smaller French doors that open with the dummy handles. They just have the ball at the top. So you would typically have that. Now, as you come into this primary bathroom, it's smaller than a lot of Perry floor plans offers. Usually they offer 2 primary closets with a larger bathroom, but this one's laid out really well, I'm not gonna lie. So you've got beautiful, same quartz as the kitchen. 2 sinks. They chose not to do a makeup vanity because they did all these extra cabinets, which is awesome. Huge soaking tub. And it's not in the middle of the room, because a lot of floor plans these days have the tubs in the middle of the floor plan. But this is beautiful. This is an upgrade. I'm just letting you guys know. Then you have a huge walk-in shower. They've taken the same pattern from the floors on a smaller rectangular tile, put it on the walls, and then they put this beautiful subway tile. I like it because it's a different gradient gray, like it's all together, it works really well. Then you've got a bench, but this is a great size shower. You can add in your rain shower if you wanted to, but also another great thing to keep in mind, you have your turn on way over here. That's important if you don't think about it. A lot of people will put them here, and then when you turn it on, you have to get cold water. This way you can turn it on, let the water get warm, and then get in the shower. Super smart. Okay, so you've got your toilet throne over here. You have your linen closet. And then you have a pretty large primary closet in here. They even put additional shelving back here. Good size. And then as promised, this is your laundry room. So when you build, you can choose to have this door or not. I really think it's a great idea. Easy access to the laundry room. So that is what we have for downstairs. Let's go take a look upstairs to go check out those 3 bedrooms and all of the entertainment space up there. Let's go take a look. All right, let's go up these beautiful stairs. Again, the rounded walls and architecture. Gorgeous. So as you come up here, you have your game room. I just want to point out they even curved the rails here. It's just pretty. It just adds that little something. You can see right into your living room. And then on this other side, you can see right to the entryway. Great big game room. They went extra with the beams in the ceiling, but good size. And then you have the media room. What do y'all think of this? I love the placement of this because you can just shut the doors, close out that noise, have a movie night, right? Put the kids in here. Obviously you can have a movie night with them in here, but you know, if you're entertaining downstairs, you can have a movie and video games and shut that door so the noise isn't wafting over and down to the living room. But over on this side, you have a guest suite. Good sized bedroom with its own bathroom and a walk-in closet. Now on this side of the upstairs, you have 2 more bedrooms. So this would be bedroom number 4 at the front of the house upstairs with a walk-in closet. And then you have a bathroom right over here with, it's really shared. So it's access to from the hallway. And then you have your 5th bedroom in here. Good size room with a walk-in closet and attic access through that closet. And then this is the bathroom where the upstairs, you know, your guests from upstairs can come and use, but also attaches from here. All right, so now that we have shown you everything in this massive home, let's go check out the outdoor living. All right, so you've got your sliding doors here 3 panes. They are heavy and huge. And you have an extended patio here. Now, they did upgrade it with the tile on the floors. Typically, you would just have a concrete slab, but this is an extended patio. It is very large. It comes with 2 fans, blocked and wired. I would personally add a 3rd one because this is so big, but totally up to you. You can also add a gas stub out here, a sink, all of those things you can add when you're building. As you can see, the backyard is decent. You don't have a massive backyard, but this is also a very big footprint. This floor plan is huge. So they are 60-foot lots, which mean the frontage of the lot is 60 feet wide. Does not mean the depth. The depth is gonna change depending on the lot and the lot placement, right? So if you're building a 1-story, like the one next door, that backyard's gonna be even smaller because you have an even bigger footprint on just the downstairs portion, right? So depends on what size lot you get. There's plenty to choose from out here. So you can go off of a deeper lot if you wanted to, or if you don't want a lot to mow, these lot sizes are perfect. And then if you stick around to the very end, I'm gonna bring you this neighborhood on a map, Google Maps, so you can see exactly where it's located and if it's the right neighborhood for you. Let's get after it. All right, what did you guys think of the Drees floor plan? Are you in awe? Because I honestly think it's probably one of the best 2-story, 5-bedroom floor plans I've seen in a long time, especially if you have a mother-in-law or an actual parent. Anyway, that's living with you, I should say. My phone is ringing, and so my brain is going 20 miles an hour right now. Anyway, we're gonna dive into the map. I wanna show you guys exactly where this neighborhood is located on a map so you can decide if it is the right community for you and your family. So why don't we dive right in? All right, so here we are on a map. I'm pretty zoomed out because I wanna give you an idea of the layout of San Antonio, especially if you've never been to Texas or San Antonio in and of itself. So the neighborhood, as you can see, DRB Homes with West Ridge is there as well. But Haby Hill is going to be right here. So it's literally just 1 mile to 2 miles up the road, closer to Culebra, so a little further north. But it is far west San Antonio. So, you know, even 10 years ago, we would consider this West San Antonio, northwest to West San Antonio. So on the maps and what you're gonna hear the locals say is this is considered far west. Now, I will tell you, San Antonio is growing. We grow typically at a secular rate, although lately we're seeing the growth be here. It's kind of growing out this way. I guess you could come. Lavernia is exploding. We're seeing growth down south, but not too much yet. The majority of the growth is all on this little upper circle here. So this is Castroville and this is Medina County. Really, Medina County starts right around where this neighborhood starts over here. And then Medina County starts right around here off of 90. But that just gives you an idea of where it is on a map. Now I'm gonna clean this off and kind of give you an idea of how our freeways run. We've got an outer loop, which is 1604 that runs the outside, and then we have an inner loop of 410. We have I-10, which would be an interstate 10. It comes in from technically the north through Kerrville and Bernie, but it is coming from California. So coming west to east, it is north and south more or less in San Antonio, and then jets out east going towards Houston and Florida. Then you have 281, which will take you out to the hill country, to Canyon Lake. And then you have I-35, which is another interstate, which goes through New Braunfels. If you're taking it north, it'll take you through San Marcos, Austin, Dallas, all the way up to Canada, if you wanted to stay on it that long. And then 35 south will take you down south all the way to Mexico and through oil country, Natalia, Somerset, all of that oil country out there. Atacosa has quite a bit of oil. Anyway, so the biggest one that I want to point out to you for this video is I-90 or Interstate 90, Highway 90. Now, if you're taking this west, it'll take you out to Uvalde, out to Mexico this way. But if you're taking it east, it's going to turn into I-10 going that way. But 90 is a big deal because, let me clear this up for you guys so you're not, this is I-90 here. Goes through Castroville and comes into downtown San Antonio. It also is right off of Lackland Air Force Base here and Port of San Antonio, which houses Boeing, and then a whole bunch of cyber security jobs are going to be there. And then your aerospace, we've got a new aerospace college down at Port of San Antonio as well. It's really growing down there. So we're seeing a lot of really good, high-paying, good-paying jobs coming to our city, and mostly out of Port of San Antonio. But then you also have Lackland Air Force Base, which if you have served time in the military, especially the Air Force, you have most likely come to boot camp right here in San Antonio off Lackland Air Force Base. If you did another branch of our service, it's still very likely that you've been stationed in San Antonio at one point or another. Or you're watching this because you just got your PCS orders and you're coming to San Antonio for the first time. That's very common. We hear this all the time when we love our military. We are a big military city. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this community is located off of 211, which connects with I-90, and it also connects with, this is 16, but also known as Bandera. The locals are going to call it Bandera Road. If you say 16, everybody is going to know you're not from here. Just giving you a quick heads up on that. Bandera Road is what we call it. And imagine that it connects to our little city, Bandera. But it is a Highway 16, and it connects 211, connects all the way through. Now, this is a big deal because we didn't used to have that, and you would have to come into 1604 to go north, and it was causing a lot of traffic. Now we have 211, and I mention throughout these videos, whether it would be the first Haby Hill video or this update on Haby Hill, the tax rate is going to be higher, around the 2.3, 2.4%, because of a PID, which is a public improvement district. Now, this tax is included in your overall tax rate. Typically, the tax rate out here would be 1.9, but it is increased to 2.3 to 2.4 because of this PID and the school district. You are in Medina ISD, and the PID is 4 to 11. So they are taxing the people who are living in this vicinity because you are using 211 every single day. So you guys are paying for that road. That is the whole point there. Now they're saying it's a 30-year tax. You guys know how taxes go. I don't need to tell you how the government works, but I feel like once the government has their hand in our pocket, they don't ever go away. So they can say it's for 30 years. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think they're just gonna find a new road to create and just continue that tax. But that's just me. Maybe I'm a little pessimistic today because it's tax season and I'm gonna have to pay federal taxes here very soon. So just bear with me here on that. But Medina ISD, it's a small county. I mean, I shouldn't say it's a small county. It is a large county in as far as land mass, but it is a small school district, but it is growing rapidly because of all of these new communities out here at 211. Now, as you guys saw in the video, it's all farmland around it, except for the communities that are coming in. So I'm gonna zoom in here so you guys can see. Then we have Drees that pops up once we zoom in enough. You have Culebra right here that comes this way. And then you have Potranco that's a little further south down here. Now, what I want to point out here is Haby Hill is right here. And They just opened up a brand new, within the last, honestly, 45 days, brand new H-E-B, which is our grocery store right here at 211 and Culebra. This is a really big deal. When we did our first video on Haby Hill, I made a comment about how rural it is, and it's kind of a drive. You would have to go to the H-E-B down here off Potranco and 211, which honestly isn't that far. We're probably talking 5.5 miles at that. But now you have one less than 5 minutes away from your home. This H-E-B is a big deal because all of this Callison Ranch, all these neighborhoods over here had to come all the way into the H-E-B over here in Alamo Ranch, or they had to come to the one over here at 1604. So to have an H-E-B out on this part of San Antonio is primo and super great. They also have a whole bunch of new little shopping centers, which you can see in that drone footage. They don't have any names yet because they're still filling them out, but I did see that Smoothie King is going in there. If you have a teenager, you know how important Smoothie King is and those protein shakes. My teenager is there all the time. I actually bought him a whole bunch of gift cards for Smoothie King for Christmas because he is constantly asking me for smoothie money. But Smoothie King will be there. I'm sure there'll be new restaurants, but if you come along Culebra here, you have every fast food chain you could possibly think of. And as you get closer to this area, to 1604 in Culebra, you start getting those big chain restaurants. So you've got a Chili's, you've got a Red Robin, you've got an Olive Garden, you've got a Longhorn, you've got a lot more of the national chain brand restaurants. These are gonna be mom and pops and fast food restaurants gonna be along there. But as soon as you hit 1604, you have everything. You've got your Costco down here, you've got a huge H-E-B here, but that's gonna be kind of a drive for you guys. So, but your Costco would be 10 to 15 minutes away. H-E-B is gonna be less than 5. Like I said, you've got a Walmart. I mean, there's a neighborhood Walmart there, but you wouldn't go to that Walmart. You would probably come to this Potranco one. There's a Walmart over here. But you've got everything. I mean, let me clean this up for you. I moved down just a little bit. That's helpful. So down here off Potranco, that's where your Costco is. All of this has grown a lot in the last 5 years. So now you have a Costco, you have shopping as well. So H-E-B, Walmart, you got TJ Maxx, Ross Dress for Less. You've got a whole bunch of stuff going on right there off 1604 in Potranco. Same with Culebra and 1604. You got a lot of stuff there. And then of course you have Alamo Ranch right here. So you've got doctor's offices, dentist offices, lots of restaurants as well. Like you just have everything. So I know that it looks on a map like it is way far out. And then when you see our videos, it really looks far out because there's farmland all around you. But honestly, it's not that far when you start looking in perspective of where everything is. So when you look at it on a map, it doesn't look too far out, but I will say there's some miles here. You've got a lot of stoplights here. But you do have a shortcut here. You can cut through a neighborhood to get to Tally Road and to Wiseman. That would be a great shortcut for both Westridge and Drees to use if you just need to get to 1604 faster. Culebra's right here, which is a straight shot, but it's a lot of traffic. Potranco and Culebra, they built a lot of homes out here, guys, and so it's just a lot of stoplights. So you just want to make sure that you're giving yourself an extra 15 minutes if you're coming to 1604. If you are looking to be in this area because you are working at Lackland Air Force Base or Boeing or one of those areas I mentioned earlier, you're just gonna jump on 211, go straight all the way to 90. Easy commute, back and forth. You don't have to even really touch 1604 if you don't want to. But really, it's going to be great. And like I said, this is a great time to get into these neighborhoods because it's going to grow out here significantly. We have lots of neighborhoods popping up all along the 211 area between Culebra and Potranco. So as this area starts building out, the prices are going to start increasing. Now, as you saw, Drees and Perry have some beautiful homes. This is going to be one of the nicest, higher priced communities along 211. The other communities along 211 are going to be really 450 and below. So you've got some communities, Summerlin is 300, DRB is 3 to 4s. Their highest one tops out at 475. And then you have Drees, which is going to be that upper 4s into 6s. But really beautiful homes, good sized lots here at Haby Hill with 50s and 60-foot lots. So you really get to choose, but the only other thing that I want to let you guys know, because I'm a coffee person, is you have all the coffee options. If you're coming to Potranco this way, which is going to be about less than 5 miles, right here at 211 and Potranco, you have a Starbucks, you have a Black Rifle Coffee, you have a Dunkin' Donuts further down this way, and then if you come to Culebra, you have a Dutch Bros over here, but you also have a Starbucks and Black Rifle Coffee as you come in through Culebra down here. So really, coffee is not a problem. You're 5 minutes to coffee, you're 5 minutes to a grocery store, you're 10 minutes to a doctor's office, like pediatrician or dentist office, but any of that commercial. And then right here off of Alamo Parkway, you have your Home Depot. And then if you come into Culebra, you have a Home Depot over a Lowe's, I think, over here, and a Home Depot over here. So you have home improvement stores. You've got everything that you need from this location. So I hope that was helpful to give you an idea of just where this community is located in relation to San Antonio. If you know that you're going to be working on the west side, this is a great community to consider, especially because Drees typically in our area are building at a much higher price point. Most street homes are in the $8 to $1.3 million price point. So to get a Drees in this 500 to 600 is really a great deal. Same with Perry. Perry builds a lot of good homes all over San Antonio. They've got a mixed bag of pricing, but this is their lower end for Perry as well. Being in the 500s, Perry is typically 7 to 1.1. So you've got some really great builders at really good pricing out here, and so you definitely want to jump on it before they build out. If you are wanting more information or incentives for what you're looking for in your time frame, all of our information is listed right below. Give us a call, shoot us a text, guys. I have my phone on me at all times, and so I will get to you or respond to you in a timely fashion. And I look forward to seeing you guys. If this video was helpful, make sure you give us a like and stay tuned. We've got a most recent video right here, and then we also have our most popular video that you can watch right here. So if you're not done binging us, make sure you check out one of those videos. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We will see you on the next one.